Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Subscription Boxes and More with Michelle. And today I wanted to do some Dollar Tree DIYs for Christmas, but my studio is actually, the space that I have is too small to do one of these DIYs. So I'm trying to do it on my bed, which may be a little awkward. It's going to be awkward for filming. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing, and I'll do my best. So I'm going to start out with the biggest thing. So if we need to move into the studio for the rest, we can. And that is going to be a Letters to Santa display kind of thing. Kind of a, sorry. It's going to be, I'm using this gift bag. And one of two, this is the original mailbox that I got. This is what inspired this, and then I found the bag, because it says Letters to Santa, but it's small, but being metal, it will hold up longer. It was the only one that they had, and it's dented on the top, and I wasn't able to get that dent out. I've tried. I pop it up, and it dents back down, but it's a little small. It's a little small for a Letter to Santa. I found this one, but it doesn't match the background. They had a lot of these, but most of them were damaged in some way. They came in, they weren't very kind to their shipment. A lot of them wouldn't close properly. A lot of them had this either really torn up or broke off. And I wanted to be able, to have it function properly. But it is not snowmen and penguins. It is gingerbread men. So this is the size I want, but this is more the design I want. So I'm not sure which one we will end up with on our actual. I mean, I guess the kids won't care if it doesn't match. I could paint the mailbox. Maybe I don't really have time for that. I would paint the mailbox or cover it with scrapbook paper or something. I don't know where my Christmas scrapbook paper is, and I don't really have time to paint it at the moment. Like I said, they're not going to care, and that it doesn't match. And sorry, I'm trying to have it so you can see what I'm doing, and so it cuts me off. The children aren't going to care, and you know that you can do it. You can paint yours. You can try to find ones that match. You can do something different. But this is just the basic idea. I need to plug in my glue gun. I didn't do that, so I'll be right back. Alright, well hopefully you'll be able to see enough of what I'm doing, because it's just not going to be able to, it's just at a weird angle. Alright, so anyways, I have my bag here, and I'm going to have to cut it down. It's not going to completely fit on the, I gotta move this before we end up with a catastrophe. Well, alrighty then. Okay, I will have to cut this down to fit my pieces of cardboard. It doesn't quite fit, but we have this up here that we don't need, and we have some blank space down here that we can cut off. So I'm going to try to line this up kind of where I want it, and I have to mark it this way because I can't, well, first I'm going to cut this apart. That would make it easier. So I'm only working with one layer. Sorry. Now this isn't going to be the fanciest thing, but I think it will be cute for the grandchildren. I hope. That's the plan. Trying to cut along the line the best that I can. The fold line. And I'm going to do that all the way around. And then I will cut some of this out so it won't make this so super long. Okay, so I think I've decided I'm going to cover this, even though, because the little one's just too little, and I have the whole other side of the bag, and the ends of the, the sides of the bag. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this blue, I don't know, there, this part that is the end of the bag, and I know it's going to have fold lines, but I think it would be better to have fold lines than to just not match. So I'm going to use some of the end piece here that I'm trying to cut the little bit of front of the bag off of, and I'm going to cover it, and then I'm going to cut out like a penguin and put on the side, and on the end the mailbox part that says Letter to Santa, And I'll bring you back so you can see what it looks like when I do all that. See, I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut off the other side as well. And I'm going to wrap this around the box and glue it, okay? And I'm going to cover the whole thing with the blue, because I have the whole other side here that I haven't cut off yet. And so it's going to be blue and snowflakes. And then I'm going to take this extra piece of bag and I'm going to cut like one of the penguins or something and glue that to the side. And then I'm going to cut around and put letters to Santa on the end of the, on this end of the box. And I'll cover the back end maybe with a piece of the tree or the penguin or something. I will figure that out and I'll be back with you in a moment. Alright guys, I covered my mailbox. I like it better. You know, it's not the best cover job I've ever done, but it's working. So now it says letters to Santa and it matches. I did not put on my penguins yet. I cut a slit in the paper so that we can still have our working flag, and now you can see it better because on the other background it didn't really show up real well. I took the ribbon and put it over the green part. You can still see the green part, but it helps to tie that in a little better. And the green is in the penguin scarf anyways in the background. I took a piece of the blue and I put it on the back, and it's even covered on the bottom. Not real beautiful, but you're not going to see it as much. Let me tell you something though. This is the best glue I've ever used. I used it to put my dollhouse together. It's B-A-Z-I-C, like basic, but with a Z. B-A-Z-I-C, silicone glue, clear adhesive sealant. This stuff is amazing. All right, so I'm going to cut out, fussy cut out one of the penguins, at least one, and put it on the box here, I think. I like it the way it is, but I think it might be cute to have one of those penguins on this side. So I'll be back in a minute. One thing I love about that glue is it sticks and holds right away. You just have to kind of give it a little press and voila, it sticks. All right, so there's our little penguin sitting there with his letter. So I think that helps that a little bit. What do you think? So let's now, we have to have a pole to hold this. And so that is an empty paper towel holder, and it's going to sit on there. And I'm going to cover this in this wood grain wallpaper stuff, self-sticking. So I'm going to cover that with this. And this is going, just cardboard, we're going to have for the base, and we're going to have a piece for the back. I've got to cut that down so that it fits properly. And then this is going to go, this piece, when I get it cut down properly, is going to go over the back, right? Hopefully you can see what I'm saying. And then it's going to sit on the base. It's just too big. And this is going to be up on the pole for the letters for Santa. So I think it looks neat that it matches now. I'm going to put some of this Dollar Tree mop head for snow around the bottom. And I may or may not put a little Christmas tree with some lights next to it, depending on if it needs a little something. So that's going to be, so you're going to have your snow down there on the base and your penguin on, mailbox on top in the background. I don't think you need to see all of that because it'll be a little bit, I'm a clumsy crafter. Just call me the clumsy crafter. I think it's a little painful to watch me try to do things, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut this down, glue it to the board for the backing, figure out exactly how I want that placed so I get the most of, bang for my buck there, picture-wise. And the cardboard's a little too wide for it, so I got to cut down the cardboard. I have to cut down this. I'm going to glue it to the backing. And as I said, I'm going to cover this with... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a line up about a ½ an inch on both ends. And I think I'm going to cut little slits in it and be able to fan those out so that it can be glued down to the base and be stable, and also to the bottom of this and be stable. So that hopefully it'll hold as long as the kids aren't too rough with it. So I'll also do that as well. So I'll show it to you when I get that to that step. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here is our finished product here. This is open because this is drying. I put a little loop here so that when you close it, it's going to have this little loop and you'll just pull this, but I don't want it to come off. And I don't want it to glue itself shut. So, well, I don't think it will. I don't think it'll glue itself shut. I hope not, because if it does, it sort of defeats the whole purpose. All right. All right, so anyways, there's a little tab to pull it, and you can still use the flag, although you can't really see it on that side. I might make a taller one, because it just doesn't go up high enough. But I glued, okay, so I used the mop heads for the snow, and I put a little bit of the mop head stringies up there to bring in that snow there, and I am covered in that. I may actually put a little bit of it on the trees. That might look neat. Give it a 3D effect. But I just wanted you to see the finished product. I don't have room. I was thinking of putting a lighted tree on the base, but the mop heads, I didn't have enough of the mop heads. I only had 2. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have bought 4, and that would have brought it out a little farther, and then I could have added to this. But it also would require more space to put it up. I cut around, the star came up above where I was going to cut it, so I just backed that on another piece, and it's pretty stiff, and so it sticks up above. And I may do some like glittering on some things, but that is what it's looking like. And I will try to get another DIY or 2. I may I'm wondering if I could take one of those things. Wouldn't it be neat if I could take one of those battery operated things of fairy lights or something and go around this? Wouldn't that be neat? And then have the thing, like the wire around, and put on the back to turn it on and off. I may be able to do that. I don't know. I don't know how short those are. But let me back you up a little bit so you can see this more top to bottom. So anyways, I wanted you to see it a little more top to bottom-ish. I do wish the flag was taller, so I may actually end up having to redo the flag so that it actually comes up, because it doesn't even come up to the top of the mailbox. And the way that I have it turned, you don't see it. So, but anyways, there's the whole letters for Santa here. I wish that the mailbox was out farther so that it wouldn't cover that up as much, but it does say it here as well. And we've got this little guy here with this letter, but we also have him here. I think it's really cute to sit up next to your fireplace or something, or your door. I'm going to send it to the grandkids' house so that they can use it. And, you know, they can put their letters to Santa in here between now and Christmas. And I want to encourage them to, after Christmas, put one more letter in thanking Santa Claus for their Christmas. And I think that would be neat. All right, guys, I did find the fairy lights and get that put on there. How cute is that wrapped around there? And I also took some Stickles glitter glue. It's not quite dry, but I did the stars, I did the snow, I did the snowballs. I don't know if you can see. I'll get closer. Like I said, it's not quite dry, but it just sort of gave it a little something more. I also put it on the mailbox, but look how cute with the fairy lights on it. I like it. And I have a cat. Sorry. But anyways, guys, please let me know what you think. I'm sorry I didn't get any more DIYs done for you today. I ended up with some people here and wasn't able to get it finished, but I'll get this up for you, and I'll try to do the other DIYs in the next couple of days. So just let me know what you think, and I'll see you again soon in another video. Bye, guys. There's Mr. Nubbins. See, Mr. Nubbin's checking it out. And there's Newt. So, alright. You see little Newt? There's little Newt. Say hi, everybody. See, my name's Newt. Newt Scamander. And there's Mr. Nubs. Alright. See you in another video. Probably tomorrow. Bye-bye.